on over.
I'm Chris, a recovering Yankee living in the South. If having company for coffee, dinner, or even a last-minute popover sends you into a fit of panic, I can show you a few tips for being a great host or hostess anytime, day or night. So tune in, take notes, and learn to be fearless in saying, "Come on over."
Hey everybody, we are back at my publicist's house because Gina loved her patio area off the sunroom so much that she asked me to come back, even though I have alpaca hair in this weather, to work on the dining, fire pit, outdoor entertainment area. So that's what we're going to work on today. So let me ask you, Gina, is there anything in this area that you are really attached to?
Well, no, I don't have any favorite rocks or anything, so.
Okay, you like the fire pit.
Well, yeah.
Okay, you like the table.
Yeah.
The grill is good.
You know, we just kind of move things around as we, have people over or whatever.
So let's say that these all went away. Would that be a big deal?
Oh, no.
So they could leave. All right.
Okay.
That's good to know because
I don't think Chris likes the pots.
don't like the pots. But we have a blank slate against this fence now to work with whatever we want to put here. And that is a gardener's dream. So I knew ahead of time I was going to do this. I chose plants that are her 3 favorite colors, which is not this color. They are yellow.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would.
Yellow, purple, and white. And so I brought those things that will grow tall, and we'll talk about them after they're planted, and I'll give you a little tour. So we'll see you again shortly. While I was hanging out in the sun porch, I noticed something a little peculiar. What is a snowman popcorn can doing outside?
Well,
and this has clearly seen better days.
Yeah, okay, well,
What?
we grill a lot, and so this is where I put the ashes. So
So it's a snowman ash bucket.
Yes.
And here, hang with me here. This may shock you, may surprise you. There are actual ash buckets.
Really?
I have one with me today. I just so happen to have one
You
with me
just
today.
so happen to
Yeah.
have one.
Be prepared. This lesson must be shared. This lesson must be shared. Be prepared.
So we'll get back to the ash bucket and let the snowman be free. And we're going to plant up this fence line. Now, something I want to point out when we're planting up this fence line is that it's a 25-foot fence line. And if you tried to plant every single inch of that fence line, it's going to be a lot of plants. So we're going to plant in groupings, and then we're going to use some rock art in between to create little artistic moments. She's very suspicious, but it's going to work out. As the plants grow, they'll be tall and they'll be wider and it will fill in, but it won't fill in like straight in a line. You know how sometimes you go somewhere and you've got like 1 petunia, 2 petunia, 3 petunia, and you're like, oh, it looks a little awkward, looks a little too regimented, like little petunia soldiers. I've never liked that. Most people don't. So instead, take what you have, what you've bought, and put them in groupings. And then these are perennials, so they will come back next year. And then next year, add in a little bit more. Or if you'd like, later in the season, you could add in perennials. You could add in mums or something in the fall. But right now, we're going to create these little groupings, and it's going to be awesome. So hang with us. We're on the east side of the house, planting this Bernardine clematis. Picked this up at a garden center, and I thought it'd be perfect for this wall because this is a pretty big piece of brick on this wall, and it can get 8 to 12 feet high. It's going to be awesome because it's going to be full of these lavender blooms with a purple and green throat on them. So stunning. This is a climbing plant. It's already climbing this little doodad here, and we're going to leave that in here because we don't want to disrupt what's going on. And then it will make its way up to the top of this really cool trellis here. One of the problems in this area, and there are problems in every area, I don't care where you're planting, is that this whole section is filled with stone. Not always a terrible thing, but it's filled with a lot of stone. And I was pleased when I got down in here that there was landscaping fabric holding up the stone and holding back the weeds. So I have to get down in here and dig into this to get the roots close to the ground or in the ground. Clematis needs 6 hours of sun, but it really wants morning sun. It does not want our harsh southern afternoon sun because it would burn the petals. Now, some people will say to you, I've got my clematis in the sun and it does fine, and it might, but I know from experience that a clematis doesn't really want full, hot southern afternoon sun. A few things do. So it's going to get some beautiful morning sun, and then the sun is going to go over the house and it's going to rest in the afternoon and the evenings. And I believe the clematis will thank us for that. So hang out with us here as we try to figure out how to plant this in the rock.
She's gonna
dump me. Oh my gosh, it's 130 pounds! Ah!
That's a keeper.
We're out here still in the dining, entertainment, fire pit area. We've got all the beautification of the plants done, and now we're going to talk about how you use the space. So how do you use the space?
Well, you know, we grill out a lot and, you know, have people over and, you know, lunch, dinner kind of thing.
Okay, so in good weather,
Well, yeah.
good times out here.
Yeah.
All right, so when you serve people on this table, I'm guessing on the table, what goes on the table?
Just paper plates.
Oh, that actually hurt my inner ear. You did not just say paper.
Well, nice paper plates.
Okay, so when
Chinette.
when you use your Chinette paper plates, does anyone feel special?
I don't know. I never asked them.
Did anyone say, "Oh, I love your paper plates"?
No.
Correct!
So here in the South, as you know, we host a lot of people. We like to, at least, and inevitably someone will say, "Please don't go to any trouble."
Yep.
But they don't really mean that. They say that so you feel comfortable having them over. But what would happen if we just did those little extra touches and maybe didn't use paper plates and red Solo cups and plastic forks and paper towels for napkins? Would that help someone feel special if we didn't use those?
I think it would.
So here's what we're going to do. We are going to set up the table. We're going to move the chairs and maybe the fire pit around to make this space very inviting. You'll get to see that, and then we'll come back at the end and talk to Gina about her new space. See you soon. Here we are in our finished space, our finished entertainment, dining, fire pit space. What do you think?
It's amazing, the change. I mean, this whole area here with all the plants and the rocks, I would have never thought to do that with the rocks. And you know, that trellis looks great there. What you did with the pots, I mean, it's just gorgeous.
And I think we should point out that most of the rocks, everything that you see here as art, we shopped your yard.
Yep.
Different episode, we'll link it down below. We shopped your yard. We didn't go and buy any of these rocks.
Right.
We didn't buy any of the artistic elements. They were just here.
Right.
In fact, I believe you painted that plant stand that
I
looked
did.
pretty sad, and now it looks great. Oh, also, there is something I did buy, and that would
Yes.
be the ash bucket. Now, you might notice there are no snowmen on this ash bucket. It never held popcorn that I know of. It's an actual, stay with me, ash bucket.
I didn't even know they made such a thing.
Right? So this will now be your stylish, fun ash bucket. So we did buy this. But other than that,
Yep.
and the plants, everything was here.
Right.
Okay, so this is a true hospitality area.
Yep.
I mean, it's designed for that. So when you're thinking of hospitality in this area, what are the special touches that you notice or that stand out to you for this area?
Well, I mean, obviously, the plates are much nicer than the paper plates I normally do. That looks very inviting. I mean, okay, I have to admit, that's a big upgrade. So
And those are dishwasher.
safe, yes.
Yes,
Yes.
and the mats can just be wiped down with anything because they're
Right.
just kind of like a rubber. It's intended for outdoors. What
Right.
about your little blue cups?
Yes, those are nice as well. We usually just drink out of the bottles, but those are nice.
And we hope that when you are thinking about hospitality, that you can look around your own space and think, what are the extra touches that I could put in this area just to make someone feel special today? Now, are you going to make someone feel special today?
I think I am.
Then my work here is done. We'll see you next time. Craft Services, you're awesome for the donut holes.
Crafty was good today. Yay for Crafty. Couldn't I make a little, couldn't you take like 3 of them and make a little thing somewhere?
I painted them black.
Why black?
Because this is
blue.
Do you
This
see
one's-
this? Do you see this
This is
fade
pretty,
going on?
But this is pretty.
Not with the flowers in it. Are you recording this?
Come on over. Now go make someone feel special today.